you'll notice some weird stuff going on with the volumes, and the weird stuff going on with the volumes is primarily because of the overlay plot. And so what happens is this. Let's say I have a data point here. That's a data point here, and then a data point here, and then a data point here. All right. You know, we have a volume here on the x-axis. We have a volume here on the x-axis. We have a volume here on the x-axis. Can everybody see this? Yeah? And so when we calculate the derivative plot is a slope. And so I just do my delta x and delta y, right? From here. Delta y, delta x. Is that good? But where is that slope valid for? That slope is that the slope at x1? Let's call this x1. Or is that the slope at x2? Where's that slope valid for? Is it x1 slope or x2 slope or neither? Yeah, it's neither of them, because x1 will probably have a little steeper slope, x2 maybe less steep, looking at this trend in data. And so that's actually the slope at x average. And so for the overlay plots, I had to add in, because we don't have any data at x average, so what I did was, that slope is valid for the average, x2 and x1. That's one thing. And then the other is, actually let's go with the next segment here. And so I just repeat that over. And so looking at this data here, that's why, you know, this overlay, I had to do that and some other stuff to offset the volumes. Let me just take a look at Min's question. Your question was about this one, right?
Yes.
And why did I do IH over I9? And the only thing I can think of, because IH over I9 is delta Y over delta X. And the only thing I can think of is this slope should be for this volume, which is here. And the volume is going to be 8 and 9. And so the only reason it's offset is because I decided I could have inserted one row here. You'll see that this is going to end early. You see it ends one row early? And so the only reason I had it offset was just how I entered the formula. But it doesn't matter, because if you don't like it offset like this, you can just go over here and insert and shift it down. But it's still valid, the formula, because this is 8 and 9. Let's see, E, 8 and 9. I'm taking the average volume here. Oops. E8 and E9. Yeah, I'm taking, you know, it's really takes some time to think through this because of how all the volumes are, and we don't have the volumes at the average slope here. Does that make sense? And so what you have to do is you have to prove it to yourself that that formula is correct or not. Did you already look at it and see it? We can go through it individually by deriving the formulas. Has everybody already entered the data in? Pretty much. All right, then do you guys want to derive the formulas for each of these? All right, we'll do that. Let me just take a short break and then I'll start.